So, ihr Lieben, Hallihallöchen. Warte, Quatschen anmachen. So. Ja, wie gesagt, Freitag und wir streamen eine Runde. Und ich dachte mir, wir machen heute wieder ein bisschen Daddel-Stream und zwar Star Trek Resurgence. Hatten wir ja mal in einem Stream schon angefangen. Und wir wollen jetzt einfach mal die Geschichte weiter spielen. Wenn ihr den ersten Teil noch sehen wollt, dann einfach mal auf Hi, Hamdi! Ja, du bist heute mal Erster. Wenn ihr den ersten Teil noch sehen wollt davon, den haben wir auf YouTube hochgeladen. Müsst ihr ein bisschen zurückscrollen in der Timeline. Und heute spielen wir einfach die Geschichte mal weiter und gucken mal, wo es uns hinführt. Ich werde aber dazu, glaube ich, dann meine Kamera ausmachen, weil ich habe deutsche Untertitel, weil die sprechen in Englisch. Und damit ihr das auch alles lesen könnt, denke ich, werden wir das so machen. Wir gucken mal gleich. Wie geht's dir, Hamdi? Gibt's was Neues? Mein Bester?
Hat er heute noch Zeit?
Was gibt Neues? Wenn ja, wie viel?
Meistens wenig.
So, ich glaube, ja, hören tut man mich, das ist gut. Dup, 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 dup. Ja, sehr schön. Ausschlag ist da. Zum Glück nicht Hautausschlag, das wäre anders. So, ich starte mal einfach das Spiel. So. Schauen wir mal, wo es uns hinführt. Ja. Nö. Unendliche Weiten.
Wir hätten mit Hamdi auch zusammenspielen können.
Was?
Nightclub-Simulator.
Ah, nee, das war doch so ein doofes Ende da.
Nein. Einfach mit Hamdi war das schon lustig.
Ja, aber das Ende war doof, also
Dann
das
fangt
Level.
man nochmal an und macht halt bis zum 4. Club. Ich fand das witzig. Ich vermisse meine dicke Hildi.
Ah, okay. Wir können auch noch mal wechseln, je nachdem, wie du jetzt magst. Wenn du dir da jetzt heute extra quasi Zeit für genommen hast, machen wir das.
Jens,
Ich weiß allerdings nicht, wie das im Stream dann läuft. Wenn wir, also wie der Stream dann allgemein läuft, müssten wir halt ausprobieren. Ne? Also ist mir auch recht, dann würde ich den Streamtitel einfach verändern. Ah, nicht heute, okay. Dann ist gut. Dann machen wir nehmen wir uns das fürs nächste Mal vor. Spielen wir, genau, nächste Woche, dann wahrscheinlich aber auch wirklich erst wieder Freitag, spät abends. Weil ich habe nächste Woche Freitag Spätschicht. Und vorher bin ich halt nicht da, da bin ich unterwegs. Also die Woche wird dann wahrscheinlich nur ein Stream stattfinden. Nächste Woche. Und ja. So. Sehr schön. Ah, da läuft das schon. Ich werde, glaube ich, mal meine Kamera ausmachen hier. Und die Chatbox mache ich, glaube ich, auch mal aus. Ich mache einfach mal alles aus. Damit das nicht stört, denke ich mir. Oder? Was sagt ihr? Ich habe Dinge getan. Das müssen wir ausmachen, das müssen wir ausmachen und machen einfach mal Chatbox auch aus. Und das müssen wir auch ausmachen. So. Oh, du bist am Arbeiten, also am Musizieren wieder. Das ist schön, denke ich mir. Gut, ja, wir spielen, wie gesagt, das Star Trek Resurgence heute weiter. Hatte ich ja mal angefangen in einem Stream. Wir sind auf Friedensgespräche unterwegs gewesen, kann ich mich noch daran erinnern. So, schauen wir doch mal.
Bist du denn da?
Sprich mit allen Mitgliedern der Fraktionen. Ah ja, okay. Ich spiele eine bajoranische Frau. Ich glaube, ich muss das mal lauter machen, ne?
Glad to hear it. I just hope you're not the only one who feels that way.
Ich mach gleich lauter, Moment.
Much is changing. For the first time in our history, the Hotari have the upper hand. We see ourselves as strong instead of downtrodden. New voices have risen up. Old voices shouted down. Calvin and Sidron have become national heroes. Now they have the Queen's ear. Better or worse.
Kann ich kurz pausieren? Ja, das geht. Sehr gut. Warte mal, ich mach mal. Kann ich das auch hier lauter machen? Ich finde das. Ne, hier ist schon voll laut. Ich finde das gerade tatsächlich selber ein bisschen leise. Wir ziehen einfach mal die Lautstärke hier so ein Stückchen, ein Mühchen hoch. Nivra, Kai, hi, herzlich willkommen. Nein, will ich nicht. Ich will fortfahren.
I get the sense you don't exactly trust them.
They're miners, not diplomats. I don't trust their instincts, which are leading us to war. My fear has been that the Illidians will launch an attack and crush us. You've seen their starship, no doubt. They could have retaken the mines whenever they wanted to, but it never happened. And as strange as this may sound, I'd almost say they're afraid. I just don't know what they're afraid of. It's the same bluster and bravado you would expect from them. But it has no teeth. Like they're afraid of what might happen.
Was it for fear of the repercussions, once the Federation became part of the equation?
Possibly. I almost want to say this was from the very start. Before engaging the Federation was even on the table. Since the day of the revolt, Galvin has seized control of the mines and restricted all access. No one's allowed without his personal authorization. And they've taken over a section of the palace with just as much secrecy and security. I'm told it could be something they brought back from the mines. Made inquiries, but everyone pretends it doesn't exist. I strongly suspect they're hiding something.
Are you sure of this?
It's been the talk of the palace since the day of the revolt.
How can we know?
I'd better see what's happening.
Do you think you can find out what they're hiding? I need to see proof of something before I can make my case to the Federation.
I can try, but even if I found it, I might not know what to make of it.
Take this. You can use it to capture whatever you find, and then send it to me.
Thank you. I will let you know what I find. And I look forward to our meeting again.
So, also da gibt es ein kleines Geheimnis. Also hier geht es um einen Konflikt, ja, die Minen, das war so ein Volk, was vorher zusammengearbeitet hat, wo die quasi die einen, die waren die Verteidiger oder die Krieger als Rasse und die anderen waren halt das Volk, was halt für die gearbeitet hat, im Gegenzug für Schutz, aber nun wollen sie sich halt unabhängig voneinander machen. Und ja, dann gibt es halt den Konflikt, weil keiner ohne den anderen oder der eine oder ohne den anderen gar nicht leben will und ja, die einen halt wollen ihre Minen behalten und so weiter und so fort. So.
Commander, I'm glad you've chosen to side with the Hotari. I knew the Federation would see through the Illidians' baseless claims and protect the interests of my people.
To be clear, I'm not on either side of this conflict.
Hamdi sagt Hallöchen,
Our
Melli.
only interest is peace.
I will keep that in mind.
I assume you were there the day the mines were seized from the Illidians.
Not seized, reclaimed, and restored to their rightful owners. Yes, I was there. We had to be decisive, before the Illidians could even realize their worst nightmares upon them.
I'm curious why the Illidians haven't fought back. They have the ability to retake the mines anytime they want.
Ability is one thing, courage is another. The Illidians know any hostile action on their part will not end well. They respect one thing above all else, and that is force. The greater the force, the more certain the outcome. Any talk of making peace is just that, and worth little without the strength to secure it. Which makes me wonder about your ship, the Resolute. Undoubtedly the Federation's finest warship. Ready to contend with anything the Illidians might have.
Wieso Krankenstation? Kann dir Melli ja schreiben, wieso Krankenstation?
Maybe I misjudged it.
It wasn't designed as a
Wir lügen mal.
more for scientific research and exploration.
But the Federation must have ships designed for war.
Technically, they're Starfleet ships representing the Federation. But yes,
I see. Sidron, a pleasure meeting you, Commander. I'm sure we'll cross paths again.
Sorry, I couldn't help but notice you were speaking with the Hotari this whole time. I figured in the interest of fairness, I should offer another perspective.
of course.
I'm probably not telling you anything you don't already know, but these negotiations rely on the Federation's neutrality, as does any hope you might have for a supply of dilithium in the future. So, why you would choose to side with the Hotari escapes me. Without Illidian involvement, there is no dilithium trade. But clearly, you weren't aware.
We are and will remain completely neutral. Our only interest is the peaceful resolution to this conflict.
Handel natürlich nach der obersten Direktive.
Of course, the question is, at what price? Major Solid Arminta, Special Attaché, Illidian Armed Forces. Pleasure to meet you, Commander. I have my issues with the Hotari, but I have to give them some credit. They know how to seize an opportunity. Inciting an uprising the same day as a massive once-in-a-lifetime ion storm.
Our assumption was that this storm was just an anomaly.
Yes, a very convenient anomaly. At least that was what we were told. Of course, I wasn't there. But who am I to say otherwise?
You sound skeptical.
Well, the official story is that it was the storm that enabled the revolt. How else do a bunch of unarmed, unorganized miners seize control of an entire moon, much less thousands of mines? But I've talked to people who were there. They tell a different story. They say they're lucky to have escaped with their lives. That it was more than just the storm. That somehow the miners were able to harness the energy from the storm. I know it sounds crazy. I'm not even sure I believe it myself. But that's what they said.
You said the Hotari were primitive,
Well, they are.
except for the part about weaponizing ion storms.
Ja, die Melli war doch bei der Arbeit gestürzt, haben die, um das kurz zu erklären. Und hatte eine Gehirnerschütterung jetzt. Und ist deswegen erstmal wieder zu Hause. So, kurz erklärt, wenn sie jetzt gerade nicht im Chat schreibt, dass sie wieder irgendwo unterwegs ist im Haus. Ja, aber ist schon wieder auf dem Weg der Besserung. Wird jetzt noch ein paar Tage dauern, ne?
Ich bin die ganze nächste Woche halt noch lang.
Ja, genau. Ganze nächste Woche? Okay.
Muss bis Ende, es muss vollständig, also ich habe
Ja, ja.
gestern war es am allerschlimmsten und heute. Ich konnte halt die ganze Nacht nicht schlafen. Ich bin halt auf Eis ausgerutscht und bin mit dem Hinterkopf und eine Schulter halt eben aufs Eis geknallt.
Ja.
Und da habe ich sofort das Gefühl gehabt hat man auch bestätigt, eine leichte Gehirnerschütterung, Abschürfung und Prellung und das merke ich halt, es ist halt wirklich wie taub.
Ja.
Aber bin ich froh, dass es nur eine leichte ist, hätte auch schlimmer ausgehen können, wenn ich im vollen Karacho oder irgendwo durchgefahren bin, da bin ich froh. Und das nur, weil ein Kunde halt nicht geräumt hat und den musste ich halt auch gleich melden. Na, weil der hat seit Montag nicht geräumt gehabt und ja.
Ja, wer das nicht weiß, in Deutschland muss halt jeder Eigentümer seine Auffahrt zumindest so weit räumen, dass man halt, oder streuen, dass man halt entsprechend, die Gefahr des Rutschens verringert. Und von daher, wenn man das nicht tut, dann kann man dafür haftbar gemacht werden, wenn dann jemand sich verletzt. So ist das leider. Ja, ist natürlich schwierig, wenn man jetzt, wie jetzt gerade aktuell, kaum noch Streusalz oder irgendwas gibt.
Well, that was a disaster.
What happened?
The Hotari refused to concede anything, so the Elydians stormed out.
The Hotari did not invite us here as peacekeepers. I hope your efforts are more fruitful than ours.
Naja, wenigstens bin ich dann nächste Woche Dienstag bei meinem Geburtstag zu Hause und kann das richtig genießen, ne? Ach,
Ja.
wenigstens ein Vorteil.
Gravitational harmonics failing to resolve. Warp bubble stability degrading. Increase output to maximum.
Increasing warp output to maximum.
It's happening again.
It is evident that presently the Resolute cannot achieve warp propulsion.
Since our diagnostics rule out any problems with our warp systems or anything about the ship, the problem appears to be the fabric of space itself.
Space itself? You're saying something about this region of space prevents warp travel?
Prevents it or can't sustain it.
However improbable, that appears to be the case.
We need to know more.
The storm didn't stop us from leaving space dock and traveling here. But could it still be causing this interference with warp travel?
We must follow sound investigatory principles. Do not let an assumed conclusion drive your analysis.
Sometimes we need a little inspired thinking, Mr. Chovak. Captain Solano is on his way back from the negotiations, and I want to have some answers for him when he gets here.
Indeed. Given the facts at hand, we may be able to deploy subspace probes around the ship to construct a clear picture of the phenomenon.
Around the ship. I'll prep a shuttle.
Können wir jetzt vielleicht Shuttle fliegen?
I'm setting up a waypoint at a distance roughly corresponding to the edge of our warp field. When we get there, I'll deploy the first probe.
Okay, was muss ich machen? Fliege das Shuttle bis zum deinem Ziel, um meine Mission zu erfüllen. Vorwärts fliegen, D rückwärts fliegen, zu drehen, Q hoch und E runter. Okay. Ja, der Sturm drückt den Shuttle zur Seite, behalte den Kurs bei. Ah, okay. Fortfahren. Wegpunkt. Oh, da sind ja noch.
The Resolute systems are calibrated to receive the probe's readings. We're standing by to reproduce the warp field collapse after the first probe is deployed.
Thank you, Mr. Chovak. We'll be in position shortly.
And Mr. Diaz, do take care in piloting the shuttlecraft. Now is not the time
Ah,
to
wir sind
indulge in
vorsichtig.
attention
Immer.
for joyriding.
Sieht man doch. Oh, wir können auch zur Seite driften. Okay.
Chilvac probably isn't such a fun guy to work for, huh?
Dann soll man hier noch wählen.
I just don't take it personally. At least I try not to.
That's a very mature answer. Shows a positive attitude on your part. Remind me of it when I start complaining to you about the ship's new first officer.
Fliegt sich so ein bisschen wie, als wenn man besoffen wäre.
This is far enough. Transporting the first probe into position.
Chaka.
Westbrook here. First probe is deployed.
Understood. We are reading it. We are about to replay the simulation.
I just can't get a handle on her. Commander Rydak. She rejected my plan to use a deflector pulse against the storm surge. But on the other, she did listen to my advice and use the whole polarity trick to get you through that excursion alive. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with the new XO. I'm sure she's a fine officer, even if we don't see eye to eye. But she didn't go through what the rest of us did. You know that. And it's hard to figure out why she'd be the one Solano chose instead of, well, one of us.
I don't really know anything about Commander Rydak,
Yeah, not many do.
but you're right. She's definitely an outsider.
Maybe that's what Solano wanted all along.
Test is running. Warp field collapse in 3, 2, 1. Mark.
Ups, was war das?
All right, that is definitely a problem with the fabric of space. We need to get another probe out there. With 2 points of data, the Resolute and the probe, we've managed to get an interference pattern. I'm setting a waypoint to a particularly strong area of interference. We'll deploy the second probe there. Listen, I'm gonna give you a piece of advice I wish someone had given me. Make sure you're never just one thing. Don't get so focused on what's in front of your face that you lose sight of the big picture. Before Rydak showed up, the captain pulled me into his ready room and told me he didn't think I had the people skills to be first officer. What a load of crap. I mean, if he'd said that about Cholac, sure.
Well, if you're asking, I think you're a people person. After all, here we are. Me, an enlisted officer. You, one of the senior staff. Talking like old buddies.
I should send Solano to talk to you.
Bring him on.
I'm sure you can handle him. You've got potential. You're a capable engineer. You're good in the field. Keep up the good work. Who knows? Solid jack of all departments like you could be commander-in-chief of Starfleet one day. Hell, Admiral Jellicoe started as a shuttle pilot. And there are places to go in the enlisted ranks, too.
You know, might be the best leader Starfleet ever had. Lower decks
Wir
always
sind
have to fix all the
selbstbewusst.
problems command causes. Maybe I just save everybody some steps.
Well, don't forget about us little people when you're running things.
Of course not. You gotta remember where you came from.
Okay, ich glaube, das bedeutet, wir haben einen positiven Einfluss auf den Typen gehabt.
Here, this is close enough. Stop the engines. Deploying the probe. Westbrook to Commander Chilvac. We're ready for another sampling of data.
Very good. Running the simulation again. Warp field collapse in 3, 2, 1.
Hat eigentlich eine,
There it is again. I saw it.
Hat eigentlich einer von euch schon die neue Star Trek-Serie gesehen? Starfleet Academy?
Here's the readings in relation to our local space. We've got the Resolute, Atari Prime, and the probes.
All this interference is overloading the sensor buffers. We're gonna have to triangulate the sensors manually.
Finde Interferenzspitzen, okay. Fadenkreuz bewegen. Ich bewege dieses Fadenkreuz. Machen wir doch. Ich bewege dieses Fadenkreuz mit meiner Hand.
We got something.
These markers indicate peaks in the gravimetric interference patterns.
Let's see if I can find some more.
Interferenzen suchen. Da ist doch was. Doch das. Ah.
Hold up. This is coming from the moon.
A beam that blocks warp travel.
Aimed right at us.
Someone is doing this intentionally. I don't know how they're doing it. It's like nothing I've ever seen.
Why would they be doing this? We came here to help these people. And now we're getting hit by some warp-killing weapon?
Now, look here. Current readings of the ion storm.
These concentrations line up with the interference pattern. The storm and this beam, they're coming from the same place.
Carter, whatever petty local conflict brought us here, it's just a small part of something much bigger.
Ja. Das ist was Größeres.
Presently, we don't have an explanation for how they're doing this. One thing is clear. This is no fluke.
Thank you, Mr. Westbrook. I want a full briefing when I'm back on board. Solano out. A targeted weapon that inhibits warp travel. Coming from the moon Tau.
That would explain the difficulties my shuttle encountered. More importantly, the tenor of the Hotari during the negotiations.
Here I thought the Illidians would be the problem. Coming to peace talks in a warship. This wasn't supposed to be so complicated.
For all their posturing, every indication is that the Illidians are afraid of the Hotari. They didn't bring their warship as a threat. They brought it because they're scared.
From everything we witnessed, I would say that is highly likely.
But what are they afraid of?
Hylas, the Hotari representative, said she thought they found something in the mines. Galvin and Sidron brought it back to the palace, but they're keeping it under tight security. She's going to investigate it. I gave her my tricorder. I expect she'll contact us soon.
You found an ally.
Why would Tylus help us? Go behind her people's back? It's a fair question, considering.
She's worried that her people are being dragged into something that isn't going to end well for them. She's trying to save them.
That may be true.
She's certainly more likely to help than the other Hotari we've met.
That raises another question. Specifically, what do the other Hotari have to gain in bringing us here, only to make this hostile maneuver against us? There must be some motivation.
Unless they changed their minds between when they asked and when we got here.
That's the thing. It doesn't make sense to bring us here. Tylus said that Galvin and Sidron have restricted access to the mines, even to the Hotari. So they don't want anybody to learn what they've found.
Then calling in the Federation is a funny way of going about it. I don't think the Illidians know what's really down on that moon either.
Major Armintas said the revolt defied explanation. That the Hotari miners somehow harness the energy of the storm.
Harness the energy of the storm?
Doing that is beyond even our capabilities.
So is a weapon that disrupts warp travel.
There have been civilizations and entities, both past and present, far more technologically advanced than the Federation.
Illidians, and Hotari don't fall into that category.
But that is all the more reason to investigate further.
Vielleicht noch eine fremde dritte Macht.
I've received an urgent call from Hotari. Queen's advisor Tylus has asked to speak with you.
Put her through.
Vielleicht erfahren wir jetzt mehr.
Galvin and Sidron are still with the Queen. I've enlisted help to gain access to the room they have under guard. I don't have much time.
I'm not supposed to leave my post.
It's only for a moment. I so appreciate your help.
I found something. I'm sending you a scan.
Got it. Tylus, if we needed to gain access to the mines on Tau, is that something you could help us with?
I suppose it wouldn't be easy, but I have to go.
Tylus,
Can we reconnect?
Sorry, Captain. We've lost all contact.
We can only hope she escaped without harm.
It's hard to tell.
Ah, die weiß schon, was sie tut.
Tylus wouldn't have offered to help if she didn't know what she was doing.
That's a lot of faith in someone we barely know. Let's see the scan of whatever the hell that was.
Tylus suspects this came from the mines on Tau.
It appears to be of ancient origin, but the markings are unfamiliar.
We can run a full analysis when we get back to the residence. But if this came from the mines, it might be the key to how they got the upper hand against the Illidians.
Then we have to go into the mines.
The Federation would not allow that. We're, after all, sent here to be a neutral party in a peace negotiation. However, we could demonstrate that the Hotari have acted in bad faith, which would enable us to investigate the mines on Tau with full justification. But of course, we would need conclusive proof before taking action. Otherwise, it could put us in a difficult position.
Whatever this artifact is, proof enough. At least to satisfy the Federation.
Especially if we can show the Hotari are controlling the warp disruption and targeting the Resolute.
We may have a better understanding once we analyze the device. But a mission to the mines, covert or otherwise, is not out of the question. And I will handle the Federation.
As I was telling Carter, I want all the data I can get on this warp problem. And the negotiating team's shuttle has been recording data all the way back from Hotari. Even better than our probes. So pull the sensor and engine ISOs from the Melville when it sets down.
Will do.
I'll join you and Shovak down in engineering to run another analysis after the briefing.
I didn't like this warp problem when we thought it was some astronomical anomaly. And I like it a hell of a lot less now that we know someone is doing it to us. How does it work? What do we even do about it?
You say we pull these chips and find out.
Took some damage on the way. That ionic interference scored the hull plating. Might be some micro welds. Let's try pulling together.
All right.
3, 2, 1. It won't budge. Gotta be the storm damage. We need to... Welcome back. Any excitement down on the surface?
Excitement? No. Nothing like that.
Hey, can you hand me the EJ7 interlock? From the toolbox.
I don't know what that is.
Not much use for one on a security detail, huh? Carter?
Yeah, I'll get it.
Ha. So, wir müssen jetzt... Also das Ding brauchen wir. Ah, sie reagiert. Hm.
Okay, I'll apply pressure while you decouple the panel.
Here, I'll help.
Was ein Werkzeug.
We've got this.
Open up and say ah.
Thanks for the hand. We have to get these isolinear chips down to engineering.
No problem. You really know everything about these ships, don't you? Tools, systems. Like a walking Starfleet technical manual.
I thought security was the detail to be on. Now all of a sudden you're interested in engineering.
Ja, mal gucken, ob wir die Musik jetzt gerade ein bisschen leiser machen können als das, was die reden.
Just the engineer.
Come on, start pulling chips.
Genau, die isolinearen Chips. Oh.
What's this?
Some kind of crystal formation?
Whoa. This substance is a quantized spin crystallization of hydrogen, carbon, and lithium. It's emitting tetrametric pulses at an interval of 3.8422 seconds.
Quantized crystallization isn't natural. I mean, it's only theoretical as a means to engineer matter on a subatomic level. What's it doing in there?
Wait. Regulation 364, subsection 9.
What?
Regulation 364, subsection 9 orders that in the case of an unknown foreign substance infiltrating a sealed system, it will be placed in secure confinement before further examination. Retrieve a containment module.
Don't you think we're more equipped to deal with whatever this is?
No. Before anything else, this is a security issue. You don't even know what this is.
Which is why we need to study it.
Once it's contained.
Oh. Das war eine andere Abteilung.
This is another piece of the puzzle we're trying to put together. We should be investigating it.
And you can. In the containment lab. But protocol is protocol. I can't make an exception just for you.
I'm still going to report these crystals to Commander Westbrook when we send the shuttle data.
And I will inform my superiors. I'm taking this just as seriously as you are. But I overheard talk about the warp disruption on the shuttle. Now these crystals? Maybe the situation is more than we can handle with just a science vessel. We could trigger a distress call, get Starfleet to send more ships. Or I could send a message to my old CO on the Adirondack. Get some combat-tested vessels. We shouldn't do this alone.
We're at the edge of the quadrant. Help isn't just gonna pop over like we're in Sector 001.
Wouldn't hurt to try.
You talk like you've never had your backs up against a wall before. This is Starfleet. We solve our own problems.
Okay, stand back. this to the containment lab. We'll get it set up for you. I'll let you know when it's safely confined.
Oh, we'll be there.
Last thing you want is to study this down in main engineering and have it explode next to the warp core. Almost forgot.
Can't have that.
Irgendwas stimmt doch mit der nicht. Die kommt mir nicht
For a
koscher
second, I
vor.
thought she'd gone cold on you. Like she might have changed her mind. But I guess this whole situation has her spooked. Maybe she knows more than us? Or it's because this is all happening so fast? But she usually doesn't scare easy.
Ja, genau. Ich dachte auch, dass dann etwas nicht stimmt.
There was something a little off about her.
Like that talk about sending a distress call? That was pretty out there. She was probably just thinking out loud. I'm sure she'll come to her senses. This mission has enough complications stacking up.
We'll get through it. You, me, and Miranda too.
So.
Commander Rydek was able to work behind the scenes during the negotiations and made contact with a representative from the Hotari delegation named Tylus. She mentioned an unusual artifact of unknown origin being held under tight security within the Hotari Palace, which she believes came from the mines on Tau. Now, this artifact might have a connection to the revolt, to the storm, and to the warp disruption we now know has been targeted at the Resolute. Commander Rydek, if you want to take it from here.
Of course. Tylus managed to infiltrate the heavily guarded location within the palace and sent us these scans using my tricorder. It appears to be some sort of control panel, possibly connected to the warp disruption weapon originating on Tau. Of particular interest is this symbol, which we couldn't identify the origin of.
The Federation database has records from a vast number of civilizations. If anyone from Starfleet has come across this before, the system should recognize it.
Cross-referencing with Federation records.
Displaying symbols from Federation database with a 90% probability of match or higher. Select a symbol to further analyze. .2% match.
Got it.
99,2%. Ja. Tecon
So,
Empire.
what are we looking at?
The design and composition indicate this is a glyph associated with the ancient Khan Empire. Their civilization collapsed over 600,000 years ago, but once spanned millions of systems with a population numbering in the trillions.
Fascinating. The Takan were once the most advanced, most powerful civilization in the galaxy.
Is it possible the Hotari found Takan technology?
I wonder if they even know what they have.
Our knowledge of the Takan is limited. I have only encountered passing references to them.
I can't speculate about how much they know, but one thing's for sure. They know how to use it.
Indeed. We
which might explain how they seized control of the mines. And targeted us with a weapon that prevents warp travel.
Computer, what is the last recorded discovery of other Takan artifacts?
Stardate 41386.4. The USS Enterprise D, under the command of Captain Jean-Luc Picard, discovered a Takan outpost in the Delphi-Ardu system. According to the mission summary, an unbreakable energy-draining field was deployed against the Enterprise and a Ferengi ship. The Enterprise was only able to escape after negotiating their release with an entity known as Portal 6-3, Guardian of the Takan Empire.
Unbreakable energy draining field. It starts to make sense.
What else is there?
There's a lot here. Let's take it piece by piece.
Select the aspect you wish to learn more about.
What sort of planet is Delphi-Ardu 4?
Delphi-Ardu 4 is an M-class planet, a barren rocky world with little to no vegetation and frequent ion storms. The giant crystals that grow there absorb energy, but it is not understood how they do so. The entire Delphi-Ardu system, consisting of 11 planets, was considered completely uninhabited until the encounter with Portal 6-3.
Frequent ion storms. That can't just be a coincidence. Someone from the Takan Empire is actually still around.
Or at least was, 16 years ago.
Computer, what other information do you have on Portal 6-3, Guardian of the Takan Empire?
The entity known as Portal 6-3 is of an unknown nature. A biped humanoid, he was unaware that the Takan Empire no longer existed at the time of the encounter. He was able to control the crystal-based technology of the Takan outpost through apparent telepathic means. It was by his choice that the Enterprise was released from the energy draining field after Commander William T. Riker of the Away Team argued on behalf of both Starfleet and the Ferengi.
Telepathic control of their technology.
As I have said, they were the most advanced civilization in the galaxy.
The technology to capture and hold the Federation flagship would have to be unbelievably powerful. Computer, what else can you tell us about the energy-draining field the Takan used?
The Enterprise D was unable to break free on its own. The precise nature of the technology was never fully understood. Only that the crystalline technology used was beyond the comprehension of then-current Starfleet science.
The engineering team found a quantized spin crystal formation in the shuttle you took to Hotari. They registered tetrametric radiation coming from it.
We have Takan technology on board right now?
They might. I'll run a full analysis in the containment lab.
There appears to be some sort of restriction order from Starfleet. Computer, explain this restriction.
A Starfleet directive similar to General Order 7 forbids entering the Delphi-Ardu system or attempting to make contact with Portal 6-3.
Starfleet doesn't throw up a no trespassing sign for just anybody.
I suppose it makes sense considering what happened to the Enterprise D.
The Elydians should have crushed the revolt. But if the Hotari have Takan technology and can control it, I see why they're willing to negotiate peace. For all we know, this could be just the beginning. And we're up against something greater than we can imagine.
For now, it's probably best we don't let on how much we know.
Play our cards close to the vest. Smart. I agree. Then when the time is right, we can confront them.
Diplomatically, of course.
Right.
We've been able to triangulate the source of the ionic interference and warp disruption to a specific mine on Tau. Engineering used the latest data from your shuttle to pinpoint its origin. There.
So we know where to look.
We need to know what's down there. What the Hotari are hiding. To better understand what we're up against. And to neutralize it if we can.
Captain, embarking on a mission to the Hotari moon would not be viewed favorably by either side. However, given the circumstances, we are entirely within our rights to defend ourselves.
I just want to make sure this doesn't blow up in our faces. Which is why I'm thinking of sending Commander Rydek on a covert mission to Tau. assuming you're up to the task. It would require absolute secrecy. And obviously, it's not without risk.
I'll get the away team in and out. They're in safe hands with me.
Under normal circumstances, that would be the case. Given the sensitive nature of this incursion, I'm afraid you'll have to go it alone. I'm hoping Tylus can accompany you. The priority is to avoid detection. It's a calculated risk. The last thing we need is to get caught and then blamed for violating our neutrality, aggravating an already tense situation. Can't afford any mistakes, which is why I've chosen you.
Tylus will be essential to my success. Not only her knowledge of the mines, but her ability to gain access, particularly now that we know which mine we need to get into.
Make sure she understands the need to keep this covert.
She's not going to want her people to know about this.
Get in touch with Tylus and make the necessary arrangements as discreetly as possible.
Bridge to Captain Solano. The Illidians have moved additional ships to the edge of the Hotari system. Current heading is straight for the homeworld.
Understood.
It would seem we no longer have the luxury of waiting. In that case, may I suggest you and I return to Hotari Prime. Doing so will provide Commander Rydek as much time as possible to complete her mission.
Agreed. We'll hail the Queen's delegation from my ready room. We all know what we need to do. Dismissed.
Petty Officers Diaz and Edsolar, where is the crystal formation that you found in the shuttle? I have tasked Ensign Calloway with performing a full analysis of the tetrametric pulses.
Security brought it to the containment lab.
I was just there. They don't know anything about it. Security never checked it in.
Miranda never got there?
She's the one that had the crystal formation?
Yeah, her and the rest of the security detail from the negotiations.
Diaz, Tamaris. Carter Diaz to Miranda Maris.
Commander Westbrook to Petty Officer Miranda Maris. Respond.
Something's not right.
She's still on the ship. She has to be.
Computer, locate Petty Officer Miranda Maris.
Petty Officer Miranda Maris is in the isolinear storage array on Deck 5.
I'll go find her.
Good.
I am sure Mr. Diaz can attend to this on his own.
Ja, wo ist sie denn?
Someone improperly pulled these isolinear chips.
Oh. Da stimmt doch was nicht. Oh, da sind ein paar Chips auf dem Boden. Dahinter ist nichts. Okay. Deine Angebetete natürlich, die ist bestimmt besessen.
Miranda, you in here?
Genau, erstmal rufen, sich bemerkbar machen. langsam liest. Man kann nicht nach oben gucken. Das war die Miranda, denn sie kann ja...
Hello? Hey!
Lauf. Ah, oh, scheiße, was ist das hier?
Miranda?
What the hell are you doing, Carter? You almost knocked me to the lower level. What's wrong with you?
What were you doing running from me?
I didn't know it was you. There's no reason for you to be in here.
Commander Westbrook said the crystal formation we found in the shuttle never made it to the containment lab.
I don't know why he'd say that. I brought them there myself. Whatever he told you, he got it wrong. All I know is where I left them.
Why didn't you answer when I tried you on the comm badge? Or when I called out to you in here?
I guess I was caught up in my work. Now, if we're done here, I have to go.
Alles sehr merkwürdig.
Do you mind? I'm in the middle of my shift.
I saw the data terminal and the isolinear chips. Were you copying data? There's no one else in here.
I wasn't. I was performing a security sweep of the area.
And you didn't see the open terminal? I want a straight answer, Miranda. What are you doing here?
Carter, if things are gonna work out between us, I'm gonna need you to trust me a little more than this. Because this is not a good start to a relationship. And I don't get why you're acting this way.
I'm just worried about you. This isn't like you.
You're sweet to worry. But I can take care of myself.
Etzelar de Diaz. What's the holdup?
Don't answer that. You and I can work this out. Please.
Let go of me. I'm going to respond.
I can't let you do that.
Etzelar de Diaz. Are you
Das war
okay?
der zweite Hand, Junge. Alter.
Diaz to Etzelar. I need some help.
So I see you found each other.
You were taking so long, the commander sent us to see what the problem was.
And you said you needed help while we were on the way.
Diaz, you were sent here with specific orders, and fighting your crewmate wasn't one of them. What the hell is going on here?
Let's just let them explain.
I'd like to hear that, because I know what it looks like.
There's something seriously wrong with her. She's not herself, I'm telling you.
What does that mean?
It doesn't mean anything.
Well, for one, she was copying data onto this.
This drive is unauthorized.
There are ISOs all over the floor.
And that's why I was in here, investigating this situation. And when Carter came looking for me, we got our wires crossed. It wasn't anything more than that.
Check the data on this drive. I'm sure it'll show her access codes were used. And there were probably files copied while I was still with you two in engineering.
That makes sense.
Then get someone down here who can prove that. But until then, I have to go.
I don't know what's going on here, but I think we need to call it into security. She can explain herself in the brig.
Hold on a minute. We don't need to put this on anyone's permanent record. Carter said you're not yourself. If something's wrong with you, we should head to sickbay and the doc will fix you right up.
Yeah, I haven't felt right since I came back from Hotari. I think I should see the doctor.
You two know her?
Yes.
If you really think she's not well, we can take her to sickbay first. But what I know is this is a security breach, and we should treat it as such.
Please, just let me go see the doctor.
Jetzt sind wir
She
genial.
did have a bumpy ride back on the shuttle. Come on, Carter. We should get her taken care of.
Krankenstation.
Let's take her to sickbay. It's better than the brig, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Fine. Get checked out by medical. You two go with her. I'll put this back together.
Rydick here.
This is Zermatt. Any trouble getting to the surface?
I'm really starting to miss transporters.
As long as this storm is around, you'd better learn to like shuttles. But if you can find the cause of the interference, we might be able to get back to transporting.
As if I needed another incentive. We both know there's a lot more than that riding on this.
Fair enough. You'll need to get in and out of the mine undetected, so I hope Minister Tylus can help in that regard.
So do I.
And to keep this covert, we'll refrain from contact unless absolutely necessary.
Understood. Rydick out. The ionic interference is coming from underground. I should find a safer way down there.
I saw your shuttle take off. Hopefully no one else did. It's good to see you. Even under these unfortunate circumstances.
Thank you for agreeing to this. You've already taken risks on our behalf. It means a great deal that you would do so again.
If it's for my people, no risk is too great.
Lead the way. I'll fill you in on what we've learned about the situation.
Follow me.
The device Galvin and Sidron brought back from the mines is being used to control some sort of warp disruption weapon that has the Resolute trapped in Hotari space. According to our readings, the power source for that device is on this moon, at the specific coordinates I sent you.
That sounds impossible. That explains the rumors of the Hotari controlling the Ionic Storm.
We strongly suspect the device was created by an ancient empire known as the Takan.
The Takan?
Once the most powerful civilization in the galaxy, but they've been gone for over 600,000 years.
It's hard to believe there's something like that on Tau.
Which is why I need proof. If we find hard evidence that Galvin and his allies are hiding dangerous Takan technology, I can convince the Federation to let us intervene.
Understood. We're almost there.
That's the mine?
Prospect 614 North, Subdivision 20.
It's enormous.
Just one of the thousands across town. The pride of Hotari.
How do we get inside?
The structure that circles the mine has entry points for transporting equipment into the lower levels. They're guarded, but nothing I can't get past using my authority.
Well, that's good to hear.
As long as you can avoid being seen, I should be able to talk my way past any miner. And provide a little distraction for you in the process.
How do I avoid being seen?
You don't use the door. How dare you! Don't you know who I am? I am Tylus Altaris, Minister of Diplomatic Affairs.
That's not...
The Queen will be furious to hear you try to deny me entry.
the Queen. But I just...
You just what? Just now realize the trouble you've made for yourself? Who exactly do you think you're going to report this to? Because I'll be reporting it as well, to someone much further up the ladder. You have no authority here. Do you understand who pays your wage? I can inform the Queen directly of this incident. You'll regret everything you've said here today. You should have opened the doors the second I appeared before you.
That's not the protocol. I didn't know
Each
you
second
were...
you delay my entry will be recorded, processed, and permanently marked on your record. I can't believe this. Does your brain function? Do you speak our tongue?
Minister, I have orders.
How could a fellow Hotari not understand this? You're digging your own grave.
Someone takes their breaks up here. Maybe the same guard who left that window unlocked.
I told you
I suppose the view is nice.
But fine.
A wise choice. Lead the way, and be quick.
Scannen kann ich da irgendwie nix.
Not going that way. Force field. Looks like it was installed recently. No safe way around it. inside you. Full system access. Let's see if I can just... Bingo.
Bingo.
Better hurry. Not sure how long she can keep him busy.
Gehen wir da lang nicht den offensichtlichen Weg.
Something in here is keeping that door closed. Got it. Should remove the security check on the door. Da drüben dann.
I didn't come here to educate an imbecile on royal protocol.
Of course not, Minister.
So I will be about my business here, and you will take yourself out of my sight. There you are.
You really let that guy have it.
It worked, didn't it? I'm used to having to throw my weight around. Hard to get anyone to listen to you otherwise.
I'm impressed. I didn't know you had it in you.
There's a lot you don't know about me. Underestimate me at your peril.
The catwalks were booby-trapped.
Galvin and Sidron have gone to great lengths to keep out the uninvited. Well, we're inside. Where do you want to start?
The ionic interference is coming from below us. We need to go deeper.
That lift goes down. At least supplies to the changeover station. But we can't use it without DNA authorization from one of the guards.
I have an idea, but we need a few samples of DNA from the miners who work here.
Samples?
Fingerprints, sweat, blood.
Which will trick the machine and get us control of the lift.
That's the theory. Let's test it.
Okay. Die Frage ist, wo kriegt man die her?
Do you think we could just find a way to climb over this?
Possibly. The console on the lift itself is locked by the same system that locks this ramp.
No shortcuts then.
I'm sure you can figure something out.
Kann man nicht bewegen, ne?
That's an enormous tractor beam.
One of our strongest. The miners dump everything they find into the center, and the tractor beam moves it all up into the collector ship.
You sound a little proud of it.
The Illidians may have given us new tools, but the methods of excavation are all Hotari designed.
Sehr fortschrittlich.
This facility doesn't seem well maintained.
Wenn wir Leertaste für Springen drücken, was ist denn das Menü, ne? Man kann das auch nicht einfach irgendwie rumschieben. Das wäre ja so einfach.
An Illidian console.
All the managerial technology in the mines is Illidian.
So they can keep an eye on their investment.
That's how it is.
There's DNA on this console, but it's only partial. I can't use this.
Maybe because we're outside.
The weather out here could dilute any DNA samples.
What about inside that structure? That's where the workers spend most of their time.
Good idea. Wow, that is a lot of DNA. I should look for the most concentrated spots. Not concentrated enough. I should try somewhere else. This'll work. That's a stable DNA sample. It's only partial, but a few more should do it. isn't a priority down here. Promising. Good. That's another I can use. Just need one more sample. Can use this. Perfect. That's enough to make the DNA profile. Time to go back to the lift. You're not coming inside?
There are some things I smell.
Ah. What's in all these containers?
These contain mining supplies, tools, energy packs for machinery.
Shouldn't mining supplies be inside the mines?
It is troubling. The workers here aren't mining. It worked.
Theory proven.
I'll get it started.
Ready?
I'm a little afraid of what we might find down there.
We'll be okay. I've survived worse than this.
Well, I haven't. I'll put my faith in you. For now. Jara. Stay back. To go to the station, you'll have to hide.
Who are you? What are you doing here?
You watch your tone with me. I'm Tylus Altaris, Minister of Diplomatic Affairs. I speak for the Queen herself.
This is a restricted area. No one gains access without the approval of Galvin or Sidron.
Wait.
US Gawad Abawencha.
Let me...
Are you all right?
I don't know.
Are you injured?
No, I just... I thought if I could talk my way through like always, I'd be fine, but... I'm a diplomat. This isn't what I do. I've never even fired a weapon. This is just... It's real now. I wasn't ready for this.
Tylus, you can do this.
I don't see what you're basing that on.
All you've shown me so far is an iron-willed determination to save your people. I don't expect that's changed.
No. No, it hasn't. My authority has never been challenged like that. It meant nothing to him.
So we should assume any Hatari we encounter from here on can't be reasoned with.
Agreed. The only loyalty they have down here is to Galvin and Sidron.
Can you switch over the lift?
guard should have a scan card that will allow us to operate the switch.
Got it.
He's not dead, is he? He's still one of my people, and I didn't come here to take Otari lies.
My phaser's set to stun. He'll be perfectly fine, just unconscious for a while.
See, we don't have that sort of technology on our weapons.
Good to know. Energy readings are emanating from this tunnel. It's sure to be guarded in there. Stay low and follow my lead.
Vorwärts.
Is that all dilithium?
Not all of it. We excavate large chunks of rock that contain varying amounts of dilithium ore. It's sorted and processed at the collector ship above.
More guards.
I take that as a sign we're getting close.
I'll get a closer look. Looks like they've improvised a barrier.
Yes, we must be getting closer.
We need that particular card, don't we?
I'm afraid so.
We don't have time to wait for them to finish whatever they're doing. We'll have to try to keep low and sneak past them.
I'm starting to see the utility of a phaser.
I wouldn't stand a chance against all three of them. Can you open that door?
Not without that scan card.
I don't like our options here. I have to get us that card so we can open the door.
How? If they detect you, Galvin and Sidron's followers are clearly willing to kill to protect whatever is in this mine.
Hey, I'm trained for this. I'll be fine.
What should I do?
Avoid being seen. Stick to the edge of the room and meet me at the door.
Analysis in progress. Soon we'll be in control. It's coming along. Are we sure the Illyrians won't try something else? They saw our power, our resolve. They're terrified of us. Until the plan is complete, we're vulnerable. Then get back to work, and we'll complete the plan more quickly. Processing. Anyone who prevents our destiny should be eliminated. Someone's here. Must be seeing things. How long is Galvin going to make us wait? I'm not worried. He's let us well so far. It's a miracle we're even here. We've been waiting for so long. Patience, brother. We'll get our chance. It's inevitable after all. That it is. Analysis in progress.
Stay close.
Okay, das sieht nach einem Kraftfeld aus.
Stop! What? Motion sensors. They'll trigger an alarm. What we found. Invisible to the naked eye. They could be anywhere. How will we get through?
Oh, ich werde mal langsam müde.
This.
It's where the uprising started. Hotari don't do this. We defend ourselves, but we don't kill on this scale, this level of savagery.
There's no such thing as a bloodless rebellion.
I don't know if we should keep going. So much death. I don't want to end up like them.
We'll make sure they didn't die for nothing. What we learn here could save the rest of your people.
Okay.
Whatever happened here, it made the Illydians abandon the mines. Let's find out what they're so scared of. Is this the effects of an Illydian disruptor?
Yes.
Disruptors are cruel weapons. These crystalline particles, they're not dilithium. Are they common in the mines?
Not that I've ever seen.
From the blast marks, it looks like the Illydians had far greater firepower. Footprints. Illydian boots. Running back the way we came. Tylus. What kind of weapon did this?
This is like nothing I've ever seen or heard of. My people don't have a weapon that does this.
What else can you tell me? What an awful way to die. This must be why the Illydians are so afraid. Technology that surpasses their own, in the hands of the Hotari that they've lorded over for centuries.
Where did this weapon come from?
Well, the crystals are giving off tetrametric pulses. If I set my tricorder to search for that frequency, it'll lead us right to the source. This Elydian tried to run.
They didn't let him.
Wie müssen wir da rüberkommen?
This makeshift barrier forced the Elydians to enter from the service corridor, creating a choke point. Quite the advanced tactic for a species that's never waged war. The Elydians shot to kill.
But if they killed him, why was he shot in the back?
Huh, you're right. The shot came from the side the Hatari were defending.
We don't kill our own. And he wasn't just caught in the middle.
Killed by the same crystallization as the Elydian.
Whose side was the killer on?
Think they parked this here on purpose?
One way to find out.
Need any help?
I've got it.
This concentration of tetrametric radiation has never been recorded. Whatever they're hiding, it's right through here.
This feels strange.
The crystals are increasing, growing outward, replacing the soil.
It's like an infection. A parasite. Growing inside Tau.
Incredible.
This is definitely not Hotari.
It's the remnants of the Takan Empire.
I don't think we should be here.
This is exactly where we should be. Every strange thing we've seen in this system, it might all come from this room. We need to learn everything we can. somewhat resembles a transporter pad.
What are we looking at?
It's made of the same crystalline material as the rest of this place, but I can't tell much else. Might be some kind of sleep mode. I can't analyze this further unless it starts working normally.
Maybe we can turn it on from somewhere else.
Hopefully. Let's keep looking around. Look familiar?
It's almost identical to the console Galvin has hidden in the palace. It looks like a control surface.
So, jetzt die goldene Frage. Was jetzt?
How are you holding up?
I knew Galvin and Sidron were dangerous. Now I know they're more powerful than I could have imagined. But the worst of it is knowing they got there by turning our people against their own.
Da kann ich nichts machen. Komisch. Frage ist, wie geht es jetzt wo weiter? Vielleicht muss man ja hier noch was scannen.
Can your device read this?
It can roughly translate the words, but we don't have enough Taconian language on record to understand how it's structured.
Oh well.
Looks like some sort of replicator.
I can't get it to work.
It has power. Must be looking for some other kind of authorization.
Oh, ja.
device's primary function is to transmute lithium into this quantized crystalline compound. Possibly for the creation of weapons.
Do you think one of these was used on that Elydian in the tunnels?
Such a cruel weapon.
So. Ich würde sagen, mache ich an der Stelle erstmal einen Speicherpunkt hier. Das sind so die Effekte, die man schon gehabt hat auf die Person, die man da getroffen hat. Das Spiel kann dann wohl auch verschiedene Wendungen nehmen, je nachdem, wie man sich entscheidet. So, ich hoffe, er hat das dann soweit gespeichert. Ja. So, ihr Lieben. Dann sage ich für heute gute Nacht. Vielen, vielen Dank, dass ihr da seid und da wart. Safe, safe, ja. Wow, das war jetzt laut. Krass. Jetzt. Ja, jetzt Feierabend. Ich bin echt schon müde heute. Mir fiel gerade schon während des Spiels fast die Augen zu. Tatsächlich. Ach ja. Ah. Dann wünsche ich euch erstmal ein schönes Wochenende. Genießt die Zeit. Habt ihr, vielleicht können wir am Wochenende schon noch mal ein bisschen daddeln tatsächlich. Es sei denn, du hast schon was anderes vor. Wie gesagt, ab nächste Woche bin ich dann aber erstmal unterwegs und bin dann tatsächlich erst Freitag wieder da zum Stream quasi. Aber dann können wir uns ja eigentlich vielleicht für nächste Woche Freitag dann schon mal für den Stream dann das Spiel vornehmen auf jeden Fall. Aber wir können gerne auch so zwischendurch nochmal eine Runde spielen, wenn du Zeit hast. Okay, nächste Woche. Super. Dann behalten wir das mal so. Dann, ja, guck mal vielleicht noch auf dem Discord vorbei. Da ist die Jennifer, falls du mal irgendwelche Grafiken brauchst. Die sucht auf dem Weg irgendwie Leute, die vielleicht gewillt sind, mal ein bisschen Geld in die Hand zu nehmen, um da irgendwie von ihr was erstellen zu lassen. Ja, ich hätte gesagt, sie kann gerne mal Werbung bei uns machen. Und wir gucken uns da bestimmt auch nochmal nächstes Mal im Stream mal ihre Bilder an. Und ja, welchen denn? Welchen Gefallen kann ich dir denn tun, mein Lieber? Welcher Gefallen darf es denn sein? Kannst du ein Follow und Liebe für den Mann da lassen, den ich... Den du? Oh, gucke ich mir an. Klar, gerne. Warte mal, schauen wir mal gerade im Just rein. Discord. So. Schauen wir doch mal. Reaction. So. Okay, gucken wir mal kurz. Ist das dieser gute Mann hier? Ja, vorbei, okay. So, was geht's denn da?
Herzlich willkommen in meinem neuen Podcast-Set.
Ah, Podcast, okay.
Aber darum soll es hier gar nicht gehen. Wir sind heute hier, weil ich der Meinung bin, auch ein Video über KI-Musik machen zu müssen. Und warum ist dem so? Naja, also erstens mache ich hier schon seit über 10 Jahren Musik, professionell wie hobbymäßig schon viel länger. Es ist ein Thema, das irgendwie nicht klein zu kriegen ist. Ich habe eigentlich das Gefühl gehabt, es wäre schon langsam auserzählt, aber gerade heute, Stand der Aufnahme, sind wieder mehrere Videos über KI, Musik und die Auswirkungen auf die Musikindustrie, aber vor allen Dingen auch auf die Künstler herausgekommen. Wenn auch, wenn ich es gerade überlege, eher aus der US-amerikanischen Richtung, also Ben Jordan, Rick Beato sind da ganz bekannt, aber auch zum Beispiel...
Okay, also es ist ein Video über KI, über die Auswirkungen der KI natürlich auf die Branche, auf die Musikbranche. Das ist übrigens auch wahrscheinlich ein Thema für die Jennifer, die quasi bei uns jetzt auf den Discord geschlittert ist. Und weil die beschäftigt sich ja mit Kunst quasi. Und ja, gerade so Bilder kann man jetzt ja sehr leicht mit KI generieren lassen, jede Art von Bildern. Und das ist natürlich für so jemand, der so mal frei zeichnet, wahrscheinlich genauso schwer tatsächlich. Wenn nicht sogar noch schlimmer als bei jemandem, der Musik macht. Na. So, aber da lasse ich mal auf jeden Fall einen Daumen hoch einen Daumen hoch. Da, ist schon spät. So, und ein Abo, zack, so. Und gerne, jeder, der das sieht, jetzt gerne auch nochmal den Werk 01 Studio eben unterstützen. Ja, ja, gerade für die Leute ist das extrem schwer, ne? Weil das sind ja tatsächlich diese ganze KI-Geschichte in jeden Bereichen, wo die jetzt quasi tätig werden, passiert dann so viel, ja, Umwälzung und Umstrukturierung von bestehenden Märkten, von bestehenden ja, Jobs, die dann vielleicht nicht mehr so existieren können dann. Ja, wenn ich mir alleine an so ein Callcenter denke auch, ne? Heutzutage, wenn du irgendwo anrufst, hast du erstmal eine KI-Stimme dran und niemand Menschliches mehr. Früher waren das vielleicht Callcenter. Ne? Also das ist jetzt gerade tatsächlich, finde ich, ja, mache ich gerne. Das ist aber jetzt gerade, finde ich, auch wirklich ein Thema, das habe ich schon zu meinen Kindern gesagt, was die auch noch umso mehr treffen wird, tatsächlich, was die Gesellschaft so krass umwälzen wird in den nächsten 30 Jahren schon. Gerade auch die ganze Robotik, die noch dazukommt und in Verbindung mit KI dann. Ne? Das wird so viel machen in unserer Gesellschaft, so viel verändern. Und da werden sich unsere Kinder gerade auch noch viel überlegen müssen, wie zukünftig so eine Gesellschaft noch funktionieren kann und soll, dass jeder irgendwie da als Mensch leben kann, vernünftig leben kann vor allen Dingen. Und ja, das ist eine spannende Zeit auf jeden Fall. Und wir werden es, denke ich, auf jeden Fall noch erleben in den Anfängen, so richtig. Aber unsere Kinder werden das noch lange leben müssen. Ne? Und ja, Ich bin mal gespannt, wo es hingeht, die Reise. Ne? Da bin ich echt mal gespannt. Verschließen kann man sich davor nicht, man kann nicht davor weglaufen. Klar, man kann jetzt die ganze Technik ablehnen und sich irgendwo wie so ein Einsiedler irgendwo quasi verkriechen. Aber wer macht das schon? Das machen die wenigsten. Und ja, kommt man nicht drum rum. Der Mensch ist eben bequem. Der Mensch will es einfach haben und wenn er es einfach kriegen kann, dann macht das. Ne? Nur deswegen bin ich überzeugt, gibt es Innovation, weil wir wollen uns alles irgendwie erleichtern. Und dann erfinden wir Dinge, die uns das vielleicht leichter machen. Ja. Mal schauen. Vielleicht ist das aber auch dann vielleicht eine Möglichkeit, unsere Gesellschaft zu befreien von den Zwängen des Geldes zum Beispiel. Ne? So à la Star Trek eben, ne? Wie wir das ja gerade hatten. Ne? Schöner Abschluss eigentlich jetzt, so ein schöner Abschlussgedanke, weil wir ja gerade Star Trek gespielt haben. Ne? So, diese Gesellschaft funktioniert ja in Star Trek auch ohne Geld, zumindest halt für die Starfleet-Leute, ne? Sternenflotte-Leute. Woanders gibt es dann natürlich das Latinum oder irgendwas anderes, aber die brauchen im Prinzip kein Geld mehr. Ne? Die leben nur noch, um sich selbst zu verbessern, haben sie ja mal irgendwo in irgendeiner Serienfolge mal gesagt. Ja. Vielleicht ist das ja eine Chance, in die Richtung zu gehen. Irgendwann mal. Wir wissen es noch nicht, wir werden es vielleicht erleben. So. Das war jetzt aber ein schönes Schlusswort. Von daher, ich wünsche euch und dir, Hamdi, eine gute Nacht. Und ja, wir hören und sehen uns dann wieder nächste Woche. Ja, macht's gut, ihr Lieben. Ich werde jetzt Raid lassen wir heute einfach mal. Und dann gute Nacht, ihr Lieben. Ciao, ciao.